Today, Scomicmaker and I will be taking yokai, which are generally known to be nasty demons of Japanese folklore, and beautifying their former hideous selves. Hey guys, HaddyTheCreator here, creating something new to share with you, and today I'm joined by one of the coolest cats on YouTube, Mrs. Scomicmaker. So before we jump into it, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey everyone, I'm Scomicmaker and I make nerdy art on the internet. I've been on YouTube for about 2.5 years now, and I really enjoy drawing cartoons and creating characters.
Whoa, hey look, I'm an avatar too. Thanks Scomicmaker for drawing me. Well, I figured since you're so good at drawing up cute things, especially girlies, it would be fun to take some scary looking yokai and draw them up as cute versions of themselves. What do you think?
That sounds like a lot of fun.
So to kick this off, let's each go over to yokai.com and pick out a yokai for one another to draw. Sound good?
Sounds good to me. Just don't be too mean.
Oh, of course not.
Hey now, I'm serious. It's really hard to make a spider girl cute, you know.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna hit the random button a couple of times and see what comes up.
Fair enough.
A kudan. It's like a human face on a cow body. I think that'd be too mean. That'd be hard to make cute. Ikirio? I'm not very good at the pronunciation here, but this one looks kind of cool. A ghost. I bet you can make a cute ghost. But I'm not going to settle. I'm going to try a couple more. Yosuzumi? It's just like a swarm of crows. Sparrows. This would be hard to make cute. I think I've given you too many chances. I think the next one's going to be it no matter what. So long as it's a girl. Because you're really good at making girls cute. Let's see what we get. And it looks like Kiyohime. This one looks like it could work. Girl with a snake body or a serpent. Big old sea dragon.
Ooh, yeah, I really like her. I definitely think I can make that work.
She's almost like the Little Mermaid, except for her dad is a Gyarados.
And now it's your turn. A giant silkworm? Ugh. The Kotengu might be a little too scary. Oh, a head on a wheel? Oh my god, that could be good.
Oh, please no. That thing is hideous.
What the heck? Weasels with knives? I think I gotta go with the Kama Itachi. I mean, it's weasels with knives, which sounds really crazy, but also could be really fun to draw.
Fair enough. I think I can work with that. Let's disperse this unholy gathering and see if we can make some cute little yokai. Farewell for now, Scomicmaker.
Farewell, Haddy, and good luck.
Okay, so jumping into this drawing process, I made the common mistake that I've been making a lot lately, and I went with my first sketch without sketching out other alternatives. I thought this was a strong design, but after I got pretty far into it, I just didn't like it anymore. I was streaming a little bit on Twitch, thinking I was going to draw some awesome yokai cuteness, but after I was like 3/4 of the way into this drawing, I decided to trash it and to start new. I was thinking along the lines of more chibi style, and like those pop dolls that I have on my shelf behind me. They usually have big heads and big eyes, and they're just a lot cuter. So I played with a few different alternatives and really just kind of got myself frustrated. I felt a little defeated at this point. Oh, I can't seem to get one that I like.
Oh, come on, Haddy. You can't even draw a little rat? You know, your time would probably be much better spent drawing a banana.
Ooh, get out of here, banana man. So determined to not let this guy beat me, I continued to try, and I decided to try one more pose, something a little bit more fun. I just so happened to have been watching Cobra Kai while I was drawing this, and it was really kind of putting me in the 80s mood. I had them 80s vibes flowing through me, and I was remembering the OG Karate Kid when Daniel-san is on the beach, standing on that post, and he's doing his famous kicks with his knee up in the air, the one that he used to win the tournament, illegally. And so I tried a similar pose with this cuter looking guy. He feels a lot more cute, he feels a lot more fitting for this challenge. He seems more elegant. It almost looks like he's trying to walk with like snorkeling gear on with those big old flippers on his feet. I'd imagine it's pretty hard to maneuver with daggers for hands and feet. But I decided to take this guy and put him in the front of some really iconic 80s looking background with like a 80s color scheme and a sunset. I want to get some light reflecting off of him from the sunset behind him. And I'm determined to make something of this little weasel guy. Reading a little bit about these guys, I learned that they are called the sickle weasels. In the origin it says that they were a joke based on some stance, known as the sickle weasel stance. But there are legends of invisible beasts that ride the wind and attack humans in a similar manner. And this legend has been heard all over the regions of Japan. So when people are out in the wind and they get attacked, maybe stung by bees, I can't imagine what else would make little slashes on them. But when these guys get to where they're going and they had to confront somebody, they blamed it on sickle weasels. My guess is that these guys were out in the woods up to no good business and ran through some thorn bushes. Blame it on them sickle weasels. But the idea of these weasels flying through the air with daggers for hands and feet is pretty hilarious. They probably need to have those flying squirrel things in their armpits. They have them squirrel suits and can fly around and catch the wind. But still, I think my little sickle weasel is pretty cute. Maybe he could expand his fluffy tail and use it as a sail to catch the wind and slice up some unfortunate passerby. It says they usually travel and attack in threes, and I was originally going to draw 3 because of that, but after having such a struggle with just the one, I decided to leave it. I even put posts for the other 2 to be standing on, but I just wasn't feeling it. I just got frustrated with this one. Also, this says that they move so quickly that they are invisible to the naked eye. They come and go with the wind. This reminds me of a story I want to tell real quick. When I was little, I was kind of obsessed with ninjas. I used to wear like black turtlenecks and black sweatpants and black socks and put a black bandana or hood on my head, and I was a ninja. Back then, ninja movies were all the hype. The Ninja Turtles were like the coolest show on TV. The Three Ninja Kids was probably my favorite movie. I played Ninja Gaiden on the Nintendo. Ninjas were just all the rage. And one day my brother told me that when you turn your head and you see like a blur of color flash across, that was a ninja. You were catching a glimpse of him. If you just so happened to be turning your head at the same moment that they were speeding by, you could just see a blur of whatever color ninja they were. I questioned my brother about this later on in life, like recently, and he says he doesn't even remember telling me that. But it's funny, it stuck with me, and still to this day when I turn my head and I see some sort of blur of color, I always think, it's a ninja! The ninjas are among us! Anyways, I just thought that was funny. So I'm just finishing up this weasel, and here is the final reveal of this little weasel guy in the 80s retro style. I had a lot of fun with the final touches at the end, kind of throwing in those little 80s elements. It made me like it a lot more. So now that I'm done, let's jump over to see what Scomicmaker has done. Hopefully she had better luck than I did.
Alright, so let's get down to some scary snake action. For this Kiyohime yokai, at first I was trying to debate whether or not I wanted to have her with a more human form with some snake-like features, or if I wanted to have her go full Naga mode with a half-snake body. So with my sketches, I tried to get a better feel for her character. I thought about how the underbelly of a snake is usually a different color than the scales on top, so I took that idea and incorporated it with her hair. Kind of made her more of a cool cute than just a straight up cute character for this, and I was really liking the vibe of her human form. But I kept going back to the story of Kiyohime, which was a story about revenge, heartbreak, and anger. Kiyohime, who was promised marriage, is lied to and is so dang angry that she straight up turns into a whole stinking snake. The story itself is really messed up, but to sum it up quickly, the guy who promised to marry her runs away from her, she chases him, he prays to a deity to help him, and that deity paralyzes her. She gets so angry that she turns into a serpent that can breathe fire. She then chases the guy who lied to her into a temple where he's hiding under a bell. She wraps her body around the bell and burns him alive inside. I mean, guys, she turned into a snake that could breathe fire and burned a guy. How could I not incorporate that? I made a sketch on the right side of her screaming that I really liked. So for the final drawing, I thought it would be cool to kind of draw her in a moment of anger where she's yelling at the guy who broke her heart. Her fists are clenched. Maybe she just turned into the snake, or this could be after she burned him. I'm not quite sure. But I drew her kind of lunging and standing with her snake body while she yells. I had so much fun drawing this scene. It feels like you are stepping into a moment in the story. I went into her snake body and covered her in scales and used a pattern that I saw in an old Kiyohime painting to add to her kimono overcoat. I've always liked really little details on very simple character designs, so I enjoyed adding all of the scales to her body, the little bits in her kimono. I liked adding the little speckles of fire around her, the tears just breaking from her eyes, strands of hair that come out of the line work. Things like that I just eat up. So they were fun to incorporate into this piece. While she herself is pretty cute, I guess, I didn't really draw her in quite the cute scenario, but when you're a snake lady, life just be like that, you know? But overall, I enjoyed learning about the folklore behind this yokai and creating a character based off of it. This totally pumped me up to make more monsters in the future. I had a blast making this drawing. I'm used to making cute monster girls on my channel all the time, but this is probably the coolest cute one that I've ever made. And I just want to take a second to thank Haddy for reaching out for this collab. I really enjoyed working on all the artwork for your channel and mine, and if you ever want to draw together again, you know where to find me.
Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video. Thank you so much Scomicmaker for joining me on this collaboration, and make sure you check out her channel if you haven't come from there. We did another collaboration over on her channel. See this monster I'm drawing right here? Over on her channel, she had to take this creature and turn it into a cute girl. And then I took an illustration she made of a cute little girl and I turned it into an abomination monster. I made it a little bit scurry. Special thanks to my patrons who make videos like this possible and support me on a monthly basis. I have some pretty fun perks over on my Patreon account. I have a sticker club and a t-shirt club and a few other tiers. If you like my content and want to support me, I suggest you meander over to Patreon and take a look-see and see if it's something you want to do. I really appreciate every single one of my patrons. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for having my back, and I am grateful that you like the content I produce. Remember, you too are creators. Keep on creating. The moral of today's video is to not let yourself get boxed into drawing one thing over and over. As you subscribers have probably noticed, I've kind of been drawing quite a little bit of scary things lately. So it's no wonder that I had some frustration and difficulty drawing this cute guy today in this video. It goes along with that whole kick comfort in the butt, comfort is the enemy of success. Make sure you take some time to draw things that you are uncomfortable with to maintain your versatility as an artist. I started a series on this channel drawing scary things cute where I did the... what did I do? I did the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, the Xenomorph, and the Predator, and I think that's all I did so far. Maybe I ought to dust that series off and do a couple more, because they are a lot of fun and it's a good challenge. I do love drawing monsters, but I don't want to be just the monster guy. I can do other things too. Well, this has been Haddy the Creator, signing out, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Take care.